I saved a mid-sized e-commerce brand $14,000 in lost revenue last month using a single AI workflow that took me exactly 4 hours to set up. Most people in the AI space are obsessed with generating pretty images or writing mediocre blog posts, while actual businesses are hemorrhaging cash through a massive unaddressed hole in their balance sheet: chargebacks. If you aren't familiar with the term, it's when a customer buys a product, receives it, and then tells their bank they never authorized the charge or the box was empty. It's called friendly fraud, and it's a $60 billion problem that most business owners are too busy to fight. They just accept the loss as a cost of doing business. That is a massive mistake and a massive opportunity for you. The current landscape is a mess. Most companies either do nothing, losing thousands every month, or they hire a low-cost virtual assistant to manually copy and paste tracking numbers into a dispute form. The manual way is slow, prone to errors, and has a win rate of about 15%. Then you have the overhyped SaaS platforms that claim to use AI to solve this, but they charge a massive monthly subscription plus a percentage of every dollar recovered. They are essentially just wrappers for basic automation. I'm going to show you how to build a custom AI Chargeback Defense Engine that outperforms those tools, and why companies will gladly pay you a $3,000 setup fee plus a performance kicker to handle it for them. What most people do wrong when trying to make money with AI is they look for passive ideas that require zero specialized knowledge. They want to click a button and see money. That doesn't exist. To make real money, you have to solve a painful, expensive problem. Chargebacks are painful because they don't just cost the price of the product. The bank hits the merchant with a $30 fee for every single dispute, regardless of who wins. If a brand gets too many disputes, their payment processor like Stripe or Shopify Payments will literally shut them down, killing the entire business overnight. They are desperate for a solution that works, and your AI side hustle friends are too busy playing with Midjourney to notice. The actual method starts with data integration, not a chat window. You don't just ask ChatGPT to write a letter, you build a pipeline. Step 1 is connecting to the merchant's payment gateway, usually Stripe, through an automation platform like Make.com or a custom Python script. You need to pull 3 specific pieces of data for every new dispute: the customer's email, the transaction ID, and the reason code for the dispute. Most disputes fall under product not received or unrecognized transaction. Step 2 is where the AI actually earns its keep. You aren't just writing up "please give us our money back" note, you are building an evidence pack. You need to use an API to pull the shipping carrier's tracking data, the IP address where the order was placed, and the customer's previous purchase history. You feed all of this raw, messy data into Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I prefer Claude for this because its reasoning capabilities for document synthesis are currently superior to GPT-4o. You give the AI a role-play prompt. You are a forensic payment specialist. Analyze the attached shipping data and transaction logs to identify discrepancies in the customer's claim of non-delivery. The AI will see things a human misses. It will notice that the customer's IP address matches their shipping zip code, or that they've made 3 successful orders in the last year, making the unrecognized transaction claim statistically improbable. This is the why that wins disputes. Step 3 is generating the rebuttal. The AI takes those discrepancies and drafts a formal, legally toned response that cites the merchant's terms of service and provides the delivery confirmation as an exhibit. Most people think the AI should just be a writer. That's wrong. The AI is the analyst. The output should be a structured PDF evidence pack that includes a summary of the defense, a screenshot of the tracking data, and a copy of the refund policy the customer agreed to at checkout. This is the difference between a $5,000 a month service and a $50 gig on Fiverr. You are providing a professionalized, automated legal defense for their revenue. Let's talk about the results, because that's all that matters. In the test case I ran, we took a brand's win rate from 22% to 64% in 30 days. We recovered $14,000 in revenue that was already marked as a loss. For the business owner, that is pure profit hitting their bottom line with zero extra marketing spend. This is why you don't charge hourly, you charge for the result. I recommend a gain share model. You charge a setup fee to build the automation, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, and then you take 20% of every dollar you successfully recover. It's the easiest sell in the world because if you don't perform, they don't pay. You might hear people say that AI agents are going to take over this whole niche. Eventually, maybe. But right now, the off-the-shelf AI tools for chargebacks are clunky and expensive. They are built for enterprise companies. There is a massive missing middle of Shopify and Amazon sellers doing $500,000 to $5 million a year who are too small for the big firms but too big to keep handling disputes manually. That is your target market. To start today, you need to stop looking for clients and start looking for leakage. Go to LinkedIn, find e-commerce founders or operations managers and ask them one question: what is your current chargeback win rate? Most won't even know the answer. That's your opening.
offer to run a revenue recovery audit where you take 10 of their past loss disputes and run them through your AI workflow to show them what a winning rebuttal looks like. Once they see the level of detail the AI can pull from their own data, they'll ask you how much it costs to do it for all of them. Don't use basic prompts like write a dispute letter. Use a multi-step chain. Step 1, analyze data. Step 2, identify the smoking gun evidence. Step 3, draft the rebuttal. Step 4, review the rebuttal against the specific bank's requirements. This level of complexity is what prevents the business owner from just doing it themselves with a free ChatGPT account. You are selling the system, not the tool. The tools you need are simple but specific. You need a Make.com account for the automation, an OpenAI or Anthropic API key for the brain, and a way to store the evidence like a simple Airtable base. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a technical service business that uses AI to replace a high-cost human department. It requires you to actually understand how a transaction works and how a bank thinks. If you are looking for a way to make money without learning anything, go somewhere else. But if you want to build a high-margin agency that provides an undeniable ROI, this is the most logical path available right now. The window for this is open because payment processors are getting stricter. Visa recently updated their Compelling Evidence 3.0 rules, which actually makes it easier for merchants to win if they provide the right data, like IP addresses and device IDs. Most merchants have no idea this rule change happened. You can be the person who tells them, and more importantly, the person who automates the compliance for them. Stop watching videos about how to make money with AI generating coloring books. The real money is in the boring, technical, and high-stakes parts of a business. Chargebacks are boring. They are technical. And for a brand owner, they are high stakes. That is the perfect storm for a high-income AI service. Build the workflow, find the leakage, and take your percentage. Start by mapping out the logic on a piece of paper. If a dispute reason is A, then I need data points X, Y, and Z. If I have those data points, the AI writes rebuttal type 1. If I'm missing X, the AI writes rebuttal type 2. This is called conditional logic, and it's what separates a real AI developer from a prompt engineer. When you show a business owner a flowchart of how you're going to protect their money, the conversation stops being about price and starts being about how fast you can turn it on. Go build it.